A lot of you guys are asking us to do a full review on the GHK M4A1, so here we are. The GHK M4... How come the box feels a little weird? AAP01?
Yeah, Action Army AAP01.
Alright then. Seriously? Back in 2020, this pistol came out and the market went nuts for it. Players often say it is small, full auto, and yet transformable. It is indeed the pistol that changed the Airsoft game dynamics. Wait, where's the fiber optic sight? The orange one at the front. Got a lemon. On 2019, December 13, an unusual post appeared on the Action Army Facebook fan page. This weird-looking Ruger showed up, but as the more we look at it, the more we win. Instead of taking its own proprietary magazine, it actually takes Marui Glock magazines. This means when the most of us purchasing the gun, we no longer need to add more magazines, since we already got plenty at home. And with all the upgrade parts Action Army posted online, there just seems so much we can do with this little package. But is this pistol really that good out of the box though? Let's put it through our quad rating system test. Hop-up, range, grouping, shooting speed consistency, rate of fire, and gas efficiency. And now, let's test out this little beast. Some people mentioned about the 0.28 gram BBs might have some blemish in our videos. So we went onto the store and bought all the fresh BBs and see if those are good enough this time. In the hop-up test, we will adjust the hop-up dial all the way down so the rubber creates the most friction to the BBs, and we'll load the different weights of BBs from 0.2 gram to 0.48 gram and see how heavy the BBs the hop-up locking can lift. Let me show you adjusting the hop-up. It's extremely simple. Remove the magazine and lock the bolt to the rear and put your finger, if you have a tiny finger, pull it in and push it downwards to increase the hop-up, and pull it upwards to decrease the hop-up. It's very simple to adjust the hop-up. So like this one, it's very easy to adjust. Adjust the hop-up dial all the way down, load the magazine, fire it in 3, 2, 1, go. How much can this little beast lift? 0.2, 0.23, 0.25, 0.28, come on, 0.3, 0.32, 0.36, replay, 0.36 for this hop-up bucking. Interesting.
Could be better.
Another really cool feature about the AAP01 is the takedown process. It's extremely simple. Remove the magazine. There's this bottom at the rear. All you need to do is just press it and you can remove the lower bit of the gun, and that reveals all the internals. In the range test, we will shoot Jimmy at each distance from 10 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, and so on. Then Brendan will line up the effective shots to draw the trajectory graph and see the maximum effective range out of this AAP01.
Yo, Brendan, you ready this time? I'm ready. We are ready.
Guys, isn't this a little too small?
One really cool thing that we did this time to the range test is that we added the high hit and low hit point. This way, you will not only see how the BB flies, but at the same time, you would know if it is flying consistently throughout the 5 shots. This AAP01 is no joke when it comes to range. Starting with the lightweight BBs from 0.2 to 0.25, they are all somewhat unstable and the high hit and low hit range were wider. However, the trajectory started to be more predictable with the new bag of 0.28 BBs we bought. As the weight increases, all the heavier BBs had a pretty predictable trajectory result. But what was interesting was that 0.23 and above will give you an effective range up to 50 meters. Wow, no wonder so many people use it in games. For the grouping test, we will set our target at the range of 20 meters and test the accuracy for each weight of the BBs and see how small the shot group is from this pistol. Now let's pay attention to the small details of the Action Army AAP01. The inner barrel actually has this small O-ring at the tip. So this would actually prevent any kind of barrel wobbling while shooting. And I'm assuming that with this kind of fixed barrel design, it's going to be a lot more accurate in comparison to the normal moving barrel designs. Fired in 3, 2, 1, go! At the range of 20 meters, the 0.2 gram missed out one shot and hit the target frame. However, from the 0.23, 0.25, 0.28, 0.3, and 0.32, you can see the grouping area gets smaller as the BB gets heavier. And those uncertainty shots cover from my lips to my whole face. Sadly, the 0.36 gram had an unpredicted flyer. I really like 0.36 gram BBs, man. I thought it was gonna do really well. For the consistency test, we will set our AAP01 into the quad chamber and set the temperature to low, medium, and high. Fire 10 shots and see how the muzzle velocity changes. The Action Army AAP01 is mostly made of nylon polymer, which makes this gun a very light gun. What interests me the most is actually the operating system in combination with the good old Tokyo Marui Glock magazine technology. Let's see the combination of both and how it affects the shooting speed consistency. Now, put the gun into the chamber, wait until 10 degrees Celsius in 3, 2, 1. I like how much the shooting speed and consistency test told us about this gun. Starting from the low temperature, we're glad this pistol still functions nicely, shooting from a high 93.5 meters per second down to a low 85.5 meters per second, which was 8 meters per second difference. And note, at this temperature, the velocity will drop quickly. Moving on to the 25 degrees Celsius, the average velocity is 107.4 meters per second, and the difference was only 4.4 meters per second, which was pretty stable for a GBB pistol in regular temperature. And for the high temperature test, the pistol had a bit light strike issue, which the high was 124 meters per second and the low was 115.2 meters per second. This tells us the AAP01 is gonna have a tiny bit of functioning issues at extreme temperatures. Also, it's a bit too hot to shoot your friends at close quarters. The rate of fire test. Again, I don't need to explain that, right? The Action Army AAP01, it does fire full auto. Take out the magazine, pull the bolt backward, and that's the switch right there. You swap it to one side, now it's full auto. All right, fired in 3, 2, 1. Time to count the BBs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 rounds in the second. Aww. That's it? Ooh. Now for the final gas efficiency test. We will fire this AAP01 in 10 degrees Celsius until it stops functioning with a single charge of gas. Then calculate the shots fired and see how many magazines this pistol can fire in cold. Alright, in order to make sure that the standard is always the same, so we will charge at 25 degrees Celsius every time. Let's weigh the empty magazine. Now we're gonna charge the gas and wait until we don't hear anything.
A few moments later, 3 weeks later, 1 eternity later.
Yep, that's it. And let's weight the field magazine.
9.8, 9.9, 10. Alright, let's fire it in 3, 2, 1. It's getting weaker. I was expecting 30-ish shots for this AAP01. Oh, Yep, that's it.
50 shots was unexpected. This also means 1 grain of gas can roughly supply you 7 shots.
Now, it's time for the final result for the Action Army AAP01. The hop-up can lift up to 0.36 gram right out of the box, which earned 7 points. Now, this makes me want to test out more pistols and see what 7 points really means. Shooting this pistol was like shooting a rifle. The AAP01 scored a nice 8 points by reaching the effective range up to 50 meters with 0.23 and above weight. 6.5 times 12, 78 centimeters square was made by the 0.32 gram BBs. This means 8 points scored on this test. The consistency of the 3 temperatures was on the lower side, which with a 7.2 meters per second difference scored only 4 points. But I was hoping with such a small bolt it could have got better scores. 23 rounds a second makes this pistol a handheld A10 Warthog. With a drum mag, I almost feel unstoppable. For gas efficiency tests, the AAP01 functioned nicely under 10 degrees Celsius, firing 50 rounds with 7.2 grams of liquid gas. 10 points, and nicely done. 7.4 points earned by the AAP01, and I gotta say, this pistol really did stun the airsoft community. Its very innovative design opened some brand new window for people to be really creative. I mean, really creative. To be honest with you, I got this gun the first day when it was released, and in combination with the CTM holster, it really solved the problems of me adding on attachments to my AAP01, which this completely changed the dynamics of how I play airsoft games. Do you think the AAP01 is a game changer or is just completely overpowered? Leave it down in the comments below and let us know. But you know what's tiny small that fits in the hand and yet it spits like a rifle? Recap.
Now there ain't nothing to it. Go ahead and bring Goliath on. Ain't no giant, I ain't gon' fire on. Catch a fade, you I'm wrong, I'm gone. Y'all can catch the wave that I am on. I am pennies, know that he is something. This is all me, ain't got much to do with who you know. Yeah. Keeping it true to over there, and he knew that y'all. Here we go.
I'ma show you who I am. I'm unbreakable. I think you understand. Watch me escape the world is in my hands. I am.
That's it for the review today. We hope you liked our video, and we're almost there with the GHK M4. And as always, if you liked our video, make sure you click the like button, share it with your friends. That would be the best way to support us at the moment. And after all, when it comes to airsoft, we would like to give you a different view.
As you can see, even with the kit installed, the AAP01 is extremely concealable.